What is up, Pokemon trainers? Welcome back to another Bros and Badges mini podcast episode. Today, we are going to talk about what it actually looks like to play Pokemon Champions completely free to play. Listen, there's tons of talk on what spending your money in this game looks like. Hell, we even did a bunch of videos about it ourselves, so we're no stranger to that. But today, we kind of just wanted to have a shorter conversation on talking about what it actually is to play this game completely free, as Zach and I here have both kind of wet our feet in that sense. So Zach, I kind of want to give it to you. What does this look like? What is playing Pokemon Champions poor feel like? Because I think we're both enjoying our time on that section.
Hey, we're both poor guys, and yeah, I mean, I think initially we talked about this before, how you were gonna play the game as like more of a free player, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go like spend all the money on all the things, you know, more for, let's be real, more for content, but also just to see like what that looked like. Would I do better as a paid player? And the funny thing is, like, as soon as the game dropped, it was a lot less gacha than either of us thought it was going to be, which is great. It is set up. I still agree that it is set up very much so that it benefits and rewards people who spend money. It really does. Like, especially buying like Mega Stones, you'll realize like that costs so much VP. It's actually like frustrating how much it costs. I would say that's the one place where I've noticed that I don't have as much VP as I want if I want to get like Mega Stones for a lot of different Pokemon. But beyond that, I have been really surprised. It's actually pretty easy to play this game as a free player. Day one, I was like, oh, I might end up buying the Battle Pass. I might buy the starter pack, and I didn't buy any of them because I was actually just having a bunch of fun, really testing out the game for what it was. I did transfer some Pokemon for Pokemon Home. Haven't even used them yet. I've used the core roster, the core team that I got. The game each day gives you the ability to go to the roster ranch, and you get to pick a new Pokemon out of the lineup that it presents you, and it's pretty fair. I mean, it costs you 2,500 VP to fully recruit the Pokemon, which the game gives you a lot of VP in the beginning for just random things. You'll get it from like daily missions, like, oh, you had a Charizard who, you know, you use Charizard a lot, like you're a fan of Charizard, it'll give you VP for that. Oh, you beat someone in a ranked match, you'll get VP for that. If you use like special effective moves, like you used a bunch of like this move is special effective, like it'll give you stuff for that. There's just a lot of interesting ways it'll give you VP that's super helpful. Even if you lose a match, like you'll still get like half of the VP. I think you get like 300 VP for winning a match, or you'll get 150 for losing, or it's either that or it's 400 for winning and then 200 for, I don't know, it's somewhere in there. I feel like it changes. I could be wrong, but I swear I've gotten different VP from battles occasionally. But anyway, yeah, the game gives you a lot of ways to make VP, and it's pretty fair. We've both played it completely free so far. I feel like I have a solid team. I have items for all my Pokemon. I don't have all the items I want, so I'll say that's the caveat. Like, items are a little bit expensive. Training Pokemon can be expensive, but if you know exactly what you're doing and you're not, a lot of times you don't have to fully train them. I'll just say that. Like, so you don't have to change every single move. You don't have to change every single EV. I know they don't call them EVs anymore, but I'm going to keep calling them EVs because that's essentially what they are. Yeah, like a lot of times they're structured out the way you'd want. Like, you know, Charizard maybe has, you know, a ton of special attack or vice versa, or maybe this Pokemon has a bunch of speed, whatever. Like, a lot of the Pokemon are usually balanced the way you'd kind of want them to be, but it's really when you decide, oh, but I want to change up my team and I'd rather like fake people out. I want my Charizard to actually be a huge defensive player, you know, yada yada. That's when you're going to have to spend a little more VP to change their stats, change their moves, their abilities. But you don't have, like I said, you don't have to fully train them is what I'm saying. So the game does a pretty good job of like giving you the VP you need. You can also do like trainings and stuff, like in the menu system. There's some like special trainings you can do early on that give you a bunch of VP. So yeah, I've been playing it completely free and I'm having a blast. But what do you think so far, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's kind of gone down the same route as you, I completely agree. And I could actually do one better in proving just how fair it is. When the game first dropped, I spent all my VP on customizing my trainer. I put all my money into getting cool fits and changing the way my stance is at the start of the game. So, you know, I did that and I was like, well, now I kind of dug myself in a really bad hole here. But as you mentioned, you know, you get a couple wins, you get given at least a good amount of VP. And again, hint for anybody who hasn't done it yet, as you were alluding to, Zach, do those trainings, do those kind of early tutorial missions, because not only do you get VP, but they give you some Mega Stones. They give you a lot of stuff. Like, if you see an exclamation point on something in the menu, remember, this is built to be a mobile gacha game, essentially. So they love giving freebies. Just make sure that you're checking everything, check your mail, check everything. You will be surprised with how much they give you, especially early on. That's kind of how they get you in, right? Is they throw everything at your face at the start, and then eventually it becomes kind of like a, let me go and do my dailies, let me do this, blah, blah, blah. But all in all, I think it's kind of the most fair free-to-play I've played in recent years. And I think that just mainly speaks to the fact that it is just Pokemon, right? There's you can really only do so much when it comes to, paying to win, because everyone has access to home. Everyone has access to, even if you don't have money to buy the Pokemon games, you could download Pokemon Go on your phone and send those from Pokemon Home. And as Zach, you mentioned before, you don't even really have to use Pokemon Home. The recruiting gameplay, like actually going to the recruiting ranch, getting your random gotcha Pokemon, like these Pokemon already have movesets that are somewhat competitively viable. So like you were mentioning, you don't have to like really min-match these stats. They're kind of built already with like how they are played competitively in mind. It's just more so fine-tuning. So I think people would be shocked to know, especially it being a Nintendo and Game Freak game, just how not predatory it is when it comes to, they said free to start, and we harped on them a lot, especially, in the days before the game came out. We constantly pointed out that saying free to start is crazy. But I have to say, they really turned me. I think this is a good free to play game. I think there's a lot of good systems in it. I think you could have tons of fun. The starting teams that you get are magnificent. Zach and I still use our starting teams. Obviously, we've made some changes here and there, but they give you enough to at least make it out a great ball rank. So I think that's really cool. And yeah, I mean, that's my overall feelings about it. That's how I'm feeling about it being free to play. So are you guys playing this game free? Are you spending money? If you are spending money, actually, I do kind of have a real question that I would love for you guys to answer in the comments. What is your game looking like? Because Zach and I are having a great time not spending any money. I'll tell you, I could actually afford dinner. It's a good life to have. And hey, we still get some wins here and there. But let us know in the comment section below. Are you guys spending any money on it? What does that look like? Are you playing it completely free? If you haven't played it yet, and now you know that it is kind of not as predatory as some people were thinking, are you planning on playing it? Let us know all that and whatnot in the comment section below.